All right, everybody. Welcome back to 2A Life TV. Yeah, man, back here. It's just chilling, man. It's- Got a cool little video I want. That was, man, I'm just sitting there tripping off this Glock 27X. Man, 13 rounds of 40 cal. This is awesome, man. This is awesome. But yeah, I'll just say I was sitting back and I was thinking like, right now with the ATF and what's going on with all that, in light of all the things that's going on with the ATF and, all the states that are trying to sue the federal government, Virginia and all that. I'm just thinking like I was watching who was it, Colin Noir? I know some people don't like him, whatever. But anyway, he was talking he was quoting the new ATF director seems to be kind of on our side, meaning 2A enthusiast. I don't know if he absolutely 100% is, but he appears to be because he's trying to make it where when it comes to NFA items, like suppressors and short barrel rifles and registering all that kind of stuff. He wants it to be a same day process. And when I saw that, I thought like, dang, wait a minute, that's pretty cool concept right there. He's trying to get rid of all the red tape and just you should be able to just go in, do the form, and then get approved the same day. Kind of like how you do a background check for a firearm, because he thinks it's kind of ridiculous that an accessory takes longer to get than a firearm does. You know what I mean? And that does make sense the way you explain it. It's like that makes no sense. You mean it takes me a month and have all that paperwork and red tape just to get a suppressor, but I can walk right into my FFL clean background, walk out with a actual firearm and ammunition. So it's nice to know. So I think we might have to lay off trash in the ATF for right now until it gets all the way 100% better. But right now it's golden right now because you know, I just like I said, I just got these are SBR now. I'm waiting to get a stock for this 300 blackout, and that's my 5.56 10.5 inch. And I had a vertical grip, but I kind of like this grip on there. Shout out to Weapons Inc. Hooked me up on that. So that Strike Industry little hand grip that kind of works good too. So I kind of gonna rock with that for a little bit. And then this one, the 300 blackout, was a smaller version of that. So I thought I'll just rock out with that for right now. And I can always put vertical grips on there if I want to, because now it's an SBR. It's just that it got to stay in the length that you want. So when I did my SBR in this, I used that stock. So when I buy a new stock, it kind of has to be the same length as that one, like on this gun that is. But if it's not, then I got to get it remeasured. So that's part of the process. But the good part is you don't pay the tax stamp. So it's nice to have your stuff suppressed, 300 blackout suppressed, because the rugged obsidian 45 can allows you to suppress a lot of calibers, and that's why I chose that as one of my first cans, because I can suppress 45 ACP, 300 blackout, 9 millimeter. Uh, I can suppress all those calibers. I can't do 5.56, but that's why my next can is going to be 5.56 can. So that's what I'm working on next is getting a 5.56 can, because I got my 22 LR can by Flow. This is a great one for 22 LR. Not sponsored by them. They ain't paying me. I'm just saying I bought this with my own money. But I like this setup, the Glock 44, 22 LR, nice. This could be a great home defense. Shout out to Olight. They did send me this, the PLX on there. Very bright light. So this is a nice setup. This is the one that's not optic ready. So I guess you can have it made optic ready, but I don't think I want an optic on this. It's good enough. But yeah, so this can is super quiet, and I'm going to get me another 22 LR rifle so I can have a rifle and a pistol to plink around with, and it's fun shooting it because the ammo is very cheap. But I do shoot subsonic when I shoot this one though, the subsonic rounds, and so you can shoot whatever, but it's real quiet with the subsonic rounds. So yeah, so that's why I'm happy, because when I first got my first can, I didn't get what it was good about. I didn't have to pay the tax stamp on any of these items, because when I got the tax stamp, I waited and waited for it, went away, got that can, went away, got this can, and then the SBR just did recently, and that was all free. So basically, it's just the best time, man, to get into the NFA items right now, in my personal opinion. And it's because now you can't say, well, I don't want to pay a $200 tax stamp, and then someone saying, well, I don't want to be on paperwork. Well, newsflash for you, buddy. If you are a legal gun owner, and you bought your gun from a legal FFL license holder, you already on record. You already in the system. So that whole I don't want people knowing my business. If you are a legal gun owner, they already know your business. So this is my 300 blackout. Put it, not an expensive one, and I got that 3 lug mounting system on here, so I can shoot this. Only thing about this 300 blackout this can for this one, I only can shoot subsonic. So, but if I take the can off, I can shoot any kind of 300 blackout ammo. But with the can on, it's got to be subsonic. So, and just keep the same end cap, and I can shoot a 9 millimeter end cap on here. So it's kind of cool, and the 3 lug system is awesome because it allows you to, you know, take it off easy. You know, so I'm like I said, when you doing a multi can style, and so that's the 3 lug system right there, and you can shoot your gun like this regular too if you want. But so when you do trying to use one can to do everything, you got to do a few things to it. Like this, you got to take this piece off, then put the other piston in there for whatever caliber you're going to shoot, and then sometimes you got to change the end cap. If you're shooting 45, you got to put the 45 end cap there. So it's a couple things you have to do, but it's still, if you're getting new into suppressors, a lot of people they do multi caliber cans as they first go around, just to get familiar with suppressors and stuff like that. And then you also, if you don't have a lot of money, it's a great way to shoot a different caliber suppressed without buying a whole bunch of suppressors, unless you like are really into like shooting suppress all the time. But some people just want to do it for home defense or just plink around the range. For me, it's more like a travel setup, and I won't use this in my home because it's not really worth it, because I have a Springfield Kuna, and I can take this can out and convert all the internals, the piston, and then I can shoot my Springfield Kuna suppressed. And that's what I usually have for my home defense, is my 9 millimeter PCC. That makes more sense for my setup. Now, some people have something like this, a 10.5 inch, setup. This has a folder on it. I mean, eventually you'll get a folder for the 300 blackout, but I just thought since, hold on 1 second. I thought since this was a little bit longer already. Why is this thing not folding all of a sudden? It's pretty interesting. Oh, this the thing back there is, anyway. I'll mess with that later. I know what it is, but some people got 5.56, as suppressed. I definitely think it's fun. It's more fun, and it's a lot cheaper to shoot this suppressed because it doesn't break the bank, and that's why I want to get that suppressed, because I would much rather shoot 5.56 suppressed at the range than to shoot a whole bunch of 300 blackout. Just run it just to keep it running and have fun. But the ammunition, that's the only downside, is a little more expensive, especially on my can, because I only can shoot subsonic. So that's the only snag with that. With oops, sorry about that. Just wiped out the camera. That's the only snag. That's the only snag with my can. So now there are other cans that you can buy for 300 blackout that would allow you to shoot 300 blackout ammo, period. But this is what I've been running on this one, the 190 grain, and it's a little pricey for sure. It's 190 grain. It's a little pricey, but that's what you got to shoot with this thing, is that subsonic, and then you can shoot your other. You can have stuff like this, 115 grain jacketed hollow point for like home defense or something like that. 300 blackout, and then you got the ball tip 300 blackout right here. I guess got some in the bag, so I can shoot this through there. Just take the can off. So, but yeah, that's the only thing, is that I have to shoot subsonic with the 300 blackout with the can on it. But it's very fun, and it's very light, and it shoots very soft. And this shoots light, and it has no recoil. And then when you put this is a 45 ACP can, but when you shoot 45 ACP out of this, man, it's so quiet. That's the best sounding one out of all of them. The 9 is kind of quiet, but the 45 is quieter because I guess it was built for 45. But yeah, I just want to jump on here and talk about, I think right now is the best time to go for NFA items because you ain't got to pay the tax stamp, and it's speeding up pretty fast. Because I had SBS my shotgun. A lot of people see my AfterShock 990. I put a stock on that sucker, and then that was a no $200 fine fee there either. Fine, because it is more like a fine than it is a fee. But yeah, man. So it's the best time to do it. So I would suggest go ahead and give it a shot if you're interested. But if not, no big deal. But I'm definitely glad my stuff is SBR now, so I can put stocks and vertical grips on there, do whatever I want to do, and I don't have to worry about all that junk. So let me know what you guys think, man. And appreciate you guys watching this video, tuning in, subscribing. Definitely check out Food and Firearms and the Glue. Got some great interviews back when it was COVID. All these guys are good people I interviewed, and keep posting, keep your eye, hit the bell on this channel, and I'll be going to range. I'll be putting footage up and all kind of stuff on this channel too. So like, comment, subscribe, and appreciate everybody, man. Stay blessed, peace.